The coronavirus pandemic has made it seem like most of life has been put on hold, but there are some things in life that just can't be put on hold. Things like legal issues, custody disputes, landlord problems. Today, we brought in 4 lawyers who are experts on various legal issues. We want to introduce them to you so you'll know what you can be asking about in the next half hour. Adam Author is here for family law. Justin Irvin is taking a look at estate planning, wills, power of attorney. Gabe Snyder is here for issues like workers' compensation and personal injury. And Nicole Patino is here for employment laws. So text your questions to 336-379-5775. You see it there at the bottom of your screen. This is a text only for these questions. You cannot call. So, okay, we are going to get started because we have a lot of text questions already. I believe the first one is for you, Gabe. It says, could I get workers' compensation if I get coronavirus at work?
That's a great question, and it's a little bit, unfortunately, complicated. The attorneys are disagreeing about it, but in general, if you have a peculiar susceptibility to getting the coronavirus, such as if you're a nurse and you're having to treat specifically coronavirus patients, then it's possible that you would get workers' compensation. I think attorneys are taking those claims, but they are complicated. So it's a gray area for sure.
Okay, gotcha. All right, this is an employment question. So, Nicole, I believe this is for you. If employers are refusing to provide PPE to employees, what rights do employees have?
So, employees can call OSHA, the Department of Labor here in North Carolina, and I've even heard that OSHA is referring employees to call the police department if their employers aren't following the social distancing guidelines.
Gotcha. Okay. This is a family attorney or maybe a wills question. It says, do residents and facilities with an outbreak of COVID-19 have a legal right to request relocation to an outside facility? So, Adam, maybe that's you?
Probably depends on what kind of facility it is. Certainly if it's a nursing home, some of that might depend on whatever the contract between the party and the resident would be about relocation. If it's some other type of facility like a college dorm room or some other inpatient facility, it may just depend on what the contract says and what the actual risk is.
Gotcha. Okay. This is a wills question. So, Justin, this is for you. It says, I don't have a will now, but how much is it going to cost me to put one together? And so they're looking for just an estimated. I think everybody always has like a shock value when they don't know what something should possibly cost. So if you can address that.
That could really be all over the board. It can vary from just a few $100s if you use a website that produces those types of documents, up to several $1,000s. Really, I think a better question to ask when you contact an attorney about that is talk to them a little bit about your situation, because an attorney is going to develop a customized, not just a will, but an entire package of documents, an estate plan for you that meets your needs, deals with the assets that you have to leave behind and the family dynamics that you have. And the price could be all over the place. Ask about hourly rates, and it's always good to ask about pricing before you go in, but just know that that's going to vary widely.
And I think people always have that weird feeling like, ooh, I'm not supposed to ask about price, but that is something that they should absolutely ask, and it's not anything that a lawyer has never been asked before.
Every single time.
Okay. Every single time for whatever it is, whether it's a speeding ticket, whether it's a will, whether it's family custody issues, whether it's employment, it doesn't matter. They are providing a service and therefore have a sheet that shows what their prices are. And so you should be able to ask for that up front. Everybody's nodding in agreement there. Okay. I have another wills question here for you, Justin. It says, can you explain what a power of attorney is and who I should consider to be one?
Yeah, a power of attorney, there are generally 2 different kinds. There's one for finances and there's one for health care. In either case, those documents name an agent, someone who can act on your behalf during your lifetime. And that's the important part. Those documents are generally only good during your lifetime. But it's to allow someone to make your health care decisions for you if you're not able to, or to allow someone, for example, to pay your bills if you get into a situation where that's difficult. You should, in all cases, name someone whom you trust, who knows you well. For a healthcare power of attorney, someone who's in tune with your philosophy of what kind of end-of-life treatment you want, but always someone that you can trust who's close to you.
Gotcha. Okay.
And they don't have to be the same person.
And they don't have to be the same person, which is key, because you might think that somebody knows your finances better or someone deals with health crises better.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Okay, good to know. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a family member either.
Correct.
Okay, it is just someone that you trust with your stuff. So really trust them with your finances or your health. Okay, this is an employment question, Nicole. This person is asking, hold on one second, I just lost it here. It says, if I don't feel comfortable going to work with the steps that my job has taken to protect employees, can I refuse to go to work?
Well, that depends. So typically no, but if you have an underlying medical condition that would make you more susceptible to COVID, and you want to talk to your employer about potentially getting some sort of reasonable accommodation to increase the protective equipment available to you, or that might allow you to work from home, that's something that you could do.
So I think this is a follow-up to that. It says, we're being called back to work. However, I have asthma. Am I able to continue on unemployment under the Family First Recovery Act?
Probably not. If there's work to do, you need to go back. But again, that's the time to ask for a reasonable accommodation. You can always call DES. They're great at answering questions like this for very fact-specific issues like that.
And it may not be unemployment that you do, but it may be FMLA that you can do as well to be able to do that.